searching for jobs. Okay, why I'm not getting it? Okay, some people might say the job market is not good. You might apply, okay, you might see 300, 400 application for the same job, but you might not receive a call, right? But see, going to interview, getting selected or not a secondary, but you might not even received a call, right? Then here we're going to see step-by-step process, how that ATS engine or how it works, how would you automate it? The same time also to be stress-free, right? You all guys would have been working at the same time searching for job. If you search job for 2-3 months, then you seriously, I guess like, am I wrong or am I resume wrong? You need to know where you're getting wrong, right? So let's go step by step. So let's start with, okay, first step is how do I validate my resume? Is my resume right or wrong, right? So let me share my screen. Lucky, I need, I don't have option to.
Yes.
Yeah. I need a host access, yeah. Yes, looks.
Please check.
Yes, hope you can able to see my screen. Let me know once you can see my screen. I'm not sure which screen do you see.
We can see upload your resume.
Cool. Okay, this is the screen we want to get started with, right? So the first tool which you're going to see today is Resume Burden, right? Again, there are many powerful tools. I think there's a reason I'm choosing this tool, right? So first we need to see is like, how do I rate my resume, right? This particular website, rate your website in 4 categories, as you can see: impact, relevance, style, and soft skill, right? So it would also analyze your resume as well as your LinkedIn profile. So let's see, let's take a test resume. You can say it's like, okay, are you less than 2 years experience or 2 to 10 or the senior level, right? For the ease of it, I'm just choosing the mid senior level. I'm going to upload a test resume, again, which I've just prepared for the session. Let me take this test resume. By the way, this tool is free for checking your score, but you want to rewrite and all the other things, it might be the paid one, but why do we need to pay, right? I'll tell you how to do that as well. So it's preparing the score. You can see the score is 68 as of now. And here I can see my resume. Here I can see 4 categories, right? I'm going to first example of impact, right? I go to the impact. I say line analyzer. I'm asking it, okay, the impact, for example, it says quantitative improvement, right? You see here the score is only 9. Our aim is to bring at least for 95, right? Then I can see, okay, I'm not giving it quantitative things. I'm just saying, okay, I did this, I did that, but I'm not saying anything. Okay, I did achieve by 90% by saving so much. What did the customer get? I don't have it. So that's why it's highlighting it here, right? Saying it, okay, it's not proper. And then, for example, the same thing in the other categories and the impact, you can see, right? As I said, there are 2 options. You can have a paid version where you can say to rewrite this and it'll rewrite. What do you want to do that when you have ChatGPT, right? So what we will do is like, let's go to ChatGPT, and then let's say we want to rewrite a resume based on the feedback, right? So I'm not going to go deep into prompting, but hope at least you know the basics of one, right? So start with the basics one. I'm saying that you are an experienced career counselor who has helped people get jobs in Microsoft, Uber, and Apple. So what this will do is like, it will, instead of keeping really generic, the ChatGPT will, okay, this is, how does a career counselor work to help people? It goes to that particular set and act accordingly, right? So what do we want here? So what we want here is like, want to improve our CV. So I'm going to say that, okay, I would like to improve my CV. Please go to the feedback and rewrite my resume. And then I'm going to copy this feedback. I'm going step by step here, right? That was this one. I'm going to copy this feedback. I can either give the entire feedback. For example, I can go here, copy this fully, right? And then paste it. I think looking at the time. So what I'm doing is the score is 68. So I'm going to say this, our ChatGPT, say that on the high level, right? Saying, okay, my CV score is 68 and below is the feedback. I'm going step by step. I'm saying the impact. These are the feedback I got for the impact. And then I'm also going to attach my resume, right? So you need to attach a resume in order to, for ChatGPT to know it. So we'll take this test resume which you uploaded there. So this is a test resume. And I'm going to say it that you need to give it more information, right? That's what ChatGPT will understand it, right? I have attached my resume. So I'm going to hit, as I said here, I've given on the top level feedback. You can, again, based on the time we have, but you can copy each of this, right? You can give it each of the feedback, whatever feedback this tool gives you. So now I'm going to ask ChatGPT to rewrite my resume based on the feedback I got. So it's analyzing and it's giving me the revised. See my revised CV. And then I hope all of you guys are using at least a free account of ChatGPT, right? That's more than enough for this. It's just rewriting it. And skills. I can ask ChatGPT to add a Word version of it, or I can just simply copy this, right? For ease of it, I can simply copy it and then take a Word. Sorry, open the Word. And paste it, right? Paste it, save it, and then get back to this. Now I go here. I go here and I just want to see, okay, this ChatGPT helped me. So I'm going to re-upload, rescore my resume. Remember that we have only taken the impact. We have only given the high level one. We still have many things to go. So I'm going to rescore my resume. I'm going to upload it again. I say resume AI. I'm going to re-upload this. We had a score of 68. So now we would have some improved score. So I'm sorry, I uploaded the wrong CV. What did we save this one for? Version V1. Okay, that's version V1. My bad. Version V1. And also ChatGPT is always not right? You should also prompt it properly for it to help you guys. So you need to give more information for it in order to give you the better result. And then more interaction with it. So from 68, we went to 77. This is just step one. But the same, you can also put the next one. So now you have your quality is quantifying impact that has improved, right? You can see from 3, we went for 10, and this has improved. And then if you want to improve this particular one, then you're going to copy this entire thing, saying that, okay, the chart is already there. You're going to say, okay, I'm going to say, okay, I still need you to improve feedback. Just copy this, right? I'm going to say this score is 6 now. So it's going to revise my resume. I think based on that, you can give all the feedbacks and then you kind of get it, right? So first, you need to get your score minimum above 95. You're not going to start your search even before making your resume to 95. Okay, this is the first tool for the day. So that's based on improving your resume, right? So now let's say that you've got 95, you have improved your score, then you're going to do a job search, right? So how do you, okay, there's something called ATS engine. Maybe most of you know it. For people who don't know it, so ATS engine also reads a resume and also see the relevant match for that particular job post, right? So let me, for example, let me open, I think I have my Chrome for this. You don't need to note down the tools. We will send it after this, right? After the session, we'll share all the tool names. So this is my LinkedIn sample one. I'm looking for a job search, as you can see. So now I've created a resume. I'm looking for a job search in LinkedIn. Then, but I want to know, how is the match? The paid version of LinkedIn will give you the match, but now it is, again, it will not tell you how to improvise your resume or how to add the keywords, right? See, now if you see there's a tool, if you see something called, this is a completely free tool. That's called Job Analytics, right? So what this tool is going to do is like compare his resume with the job post which is available, right? Again, I'll start with step one. I'm going here, clicking on this. At the same 28 is showing here, just to re-upload the same resume, the old resume which we had. I'm uploading this test resume. Analyze the job description. It says in your resume, you have this matching keyword, but you don't have these keywords. There are so many keywords which is required for the job, which is not here, right? You might said really good, right? I think if you open the resume, it's really good. You're saying, okay, I've done so and so. And then, for example, you have done your education here. But for example, I've done, okay, I still have experience of 10 plus. I've worked in so and so company. It's all great. But when it comes to the match of the particular job, it's still 28, right? So which means that you need to improve your resume based on the keywords, right? So now we will look at, now we can use the same ChatGPT to improve your keywords. So you can rewrite your resume. Let's say that you want to apply for this job. You can rewrite the resume to match this, to improve this one, right? So this 28% is not going to, they're not going to shortlist the resume. So we can use the same, we can use the same ChatGPT, right? So let's go on to the new one. Let's go on to the new one. So now what do you want to do, right? So now we know this, sorry, I'll close this one. Now you have the job requirement, you have your resume, but the keyword match is only 28%. So now we want our ChatGPT to rewrite our resume based on this job description, right? Based on all this job description, we want to rewrite our resume. So to start with, I think we'll start with the same thing, because as we saw in the previous prompt, the first, you need to give a ChatGPT a character. We're giving the same thing, right? It's still a career counselor who has helped people to get job in Google, Microsoft, Uber. I can just delete this Uber, right? So now what do you want to do, right? You want it, you want to give your resume, the same thing you're going to give the resume. And you're also going to give the job description. And what you want this to do is like, you want ChatGPT to give you, rewrite your resume based on the keywords. So give me a minute. I can only open it, or come on, sorry, or I can go to the new one. I want you to help me to rewrite my resume based on the job description. And then they're saying that make sure the keywords match according to the job post, the job description. Right now, what I'm going to do is like, I'm going to attach my resume as we did earlier. I'm going to attach the same resume, the test resume. And then I need to also go to Chrome to copy this, right? Okay, I'll copy only this requirement for now. I'll not copy this company information. I'll only copy this requirements. So let it keep until here, right? I'll copy this. I'll come back here and say this is job description is here. And then I would say resume is attached, right? And then say enter. So I'll let ChatGPT do the magic, but at the same time, I think sometimes it will not give you the same iteration. It will take some time, right? So it is going to rewrite my resume based on this job requirement which we have. So the resume is, you can see it is completing it, right? And then if you don't, for example, if you go and see it, and if you're not sure about this is not right or this is not right, you can still improve it, as I said. And then what we do now is like, okay, now we have this new resume, which I've said already, right? And then I'm going to upload this new resume and see the match, which is rewritten by our AI for this particular job, right? Only for this particular job. And then resume AI. And then I would like, so you went from 2333 to 91% match. It just rewrote your resume based on the job description. So this is where your match is going to increase to 91, and then at least you're going to get a call saying that, okay, so and so I can see it, so can we have an interview? But you're not going to clear it. But again, the first steps, right? So first, what did we see? The first steps first, we saw about, okay, how do you build your resume, right? You have your resume, you upload it, we saw the score, and we improved it. Step number 2 is like, okay, I see jobs over here. How do my resume rank with this particular job? So these are the first 2 steps, right? These are manual things. I want to go through the steps so that you can understand how, before automating all these things. These are manual, but we'll look into how to automate these, all the things we looked into. Any questions before going to the next one? I'll take this down.
Karthik, we have 2 questions in the chat box. If you can have a look.
Sure. 1 second, I'm opening the chat box, the other screen. I think, okay, yeah. Don't forget about this tool names. I think tool names will be sent to you after this meeting. Don't worry about that. You need to. We will send across to you. Like it's only about the recording, and again, I don't see any other questions. Right? Yeah.
So basically, the tools is the query. Okay.
Yeah. Tools we will send them lucky after this meeting. Yeah, should not be an issue. Yeah. You need. Yeah. So
You also mentioned like which are the free tools and for which we need to purchase the Pro premium subscription.
Yeah, see, this is, as I said, this has paid version as free version. Free version will give you the score, and you can see, okay, what is my score each time I upload it. The paid version will also rewrite it. But I don't want you guys to pay it. Instead of it, use this one to see a resume and use ChatGPT to rewrite it for free.
Sure. Also, can we get the prompts which you have given?
Yeah, sure. I'll give you more. I think there are more prompt libraries, free one also outside. I think I'll share that.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Cool. So moving on to the next steps. You don't want to spend your time on going through each one of the job posts and seeing my match. Okay, is this matching? And then, okay, getting to frustration. I don't get the call back, blah, blah, blah.
Karthik, sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, please.
Are you recommending to go for an paid version in LinkedIn, or like how is it, Karthik? Because
LinkedIn, I would not recommend the paid version because it is not going to rewrite your resume, right? It's only going to say your job match.
Okay.
Right? It's the same like this free tool. The free tool does the same thing for me. It tells the match.
First, and then go with the paid version based on.
Exactly. Right? The tools which I'm showing you today, you have all the basic things you can do with the free version as well. You don't need to go pay it. I don't recommend paying it first.
Right. Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah. Cool. And the next important thing we're going to see is, okay, how do I automate this, right? So that's where we're going to see two new tools here, right? One is Bardeen. I think if I can click here, this is taking the time to open. It's called Bardeen AI. So what it does, it's basically a screen scraper, right? There are many developers, I don't know how many developers are here, right? You can screen scrap from any website. You do so many programs to do it. So we need to do two things, right? One is like, how do I get all this job post and compare it with my resume instead of going manually, and then see which matches my resume properly. So those are the steps we want to automate now. So what we need to do in that step is like, we need to get all this job post to a, as a Google Sheet, right? This is how it looks, but I'll show you step-by-step process, right? The step one is like this Bardeen. This Bardeen also has a free version, just to let you know. It's not loading, so I like open my LinkedIn again. Come on. As I said, Bardeen also a free version for basic tools and the paid version for this. There's a Chrome extension, as you can see. And my LinkedIn job post. As that first tool is, come on, I think I hate when it doesn't respond when you want to do the live session. Cool, I think there are two tools we're going to see today. As I said, one is Bardeen, that is screen scraper. The next one we're going to see is Zapier, right? Zapier, we are not going to use only for creating jobs. You can do so many wonderful stuffs with Zapier. One such example is this. You can automate literally so many things which is available, right? For example, you watch some YouTube videos of stock recommendation from, maybe you are only looking into a few of the channels, right? You can say every day, go through the video and only give the stock names from that, which I've done it, right? So there are so many things which can do using the Zapier tool. Let me open the one Zapier. So this is the tool. That's how it looks like. So the terms, each task which you create, it's called Zaps, right? So
Yes,
far as
still shows the resume thing. It does not show the Zapier thing. Can you please check?
resume header, okay. Let me
We're
stop
not
and
seeing
share
Zapier.
again. Okay, sorry. Let me stop and share it again. Hope my screen, you can't see anything right now, right?
No, nothing right now.
Cool. And then let me share it. Can you see my screen now?
Yeah, we are seeing Google. Yes.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, fine. I'm not sure from where. Okay, I can repeat it from here, right? So now what we want to do is we want to automate the job search. First, again, you go to your LinkedIn and you do this filter of, okay, where I need this job post. Again, what is the keywords? Do you want it for past 1 week, or which is your mid-level, or you're starting, right? Whichever you wanted. First is to filter this one, so it is easy. You don't waste too much time on this, right? You don't compare 50 jobs. You compare which is relevant to you. You filter it. Basically, you want to just filter it, right? So this the first level is just to filter it, and then we are going to get all this job posting to an Excel. Why Excel? Because that's how we are going to use Zapier to compare with that with your resume. So here we have job post. I took an example of full stack developer and then job pass, and then again, what is it for Bangladesh? I can say. Some reason it's very slow. I think I should have been connected to my. It's down, but why? Okay. Guys, give me 1 sec. I will just check my internet before we move on. Sorry for this pass. Okay, guys, hope you can see my screen.
Yeah, we can
And
see
you
the
can see
LinkedIn.
Okay. For some reason, my Zapier one is failing to respond. But basically, what we're doing is going to screen grab each post and then putting it into Excel like this. It'll automate that. Whenever you get a new post, it'll take it and put it here. It'll put to a Google Docs which you wanted, right? Like this, for example, it's going to give you, okay, this is the position. It's going to say, okay, this is the job description. This is the company details. This is the company link. And this all the description of the post from your LinkedIn, from LinkedIn job search, it is going to put into your Excel, right? Hope you can see the Excel screen.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Let's do Zapier and get back here. I don't know why this is very slow. I think we'll do Zapier and get back here. So now what is the next steps? Now we got all the job posts to the Excel. So this Excel will be automatically updated whenever the new job post does. This Excel will also be updated, right? So first things first, we need to see the matching job, right? I want to see, okay, whether this job matches my resume. And then you want to give a matching score. And then you also want to write a cover letter, right? So it's not just matching, you also need to have a customized cover letter for each job posting, right? So we're going to do two things. One is like, is this particular job post going to match my resume? The second thing is like, I want to write you a cover letter, right? So how do I automate that? So that's what we're going to use Zapier for that. As I said, each thing is called Zaps. So we'll create a new one and start taking the old ones which is here. This new Zap. I'm creating a new Zap. And in order to automate this, see, the free version gives you all the application which are here, many applications, like let's say 20 application would be free. And then remaining you want to use other application would be costly here, Zapier. The cost is okay. But if you want to connect ChatGPT, then you need to have a API key, right? So here, what is my trigger? For example, where is trigger starting, right? The first trigger is whenever I have a new post in my Excel, in my, yeah. So I'm going to click this trigger I'm going to do it manually instead of using Copilot. The first trigger is Google Sheets, right? My first trigger is Google Sheet. And then it's going to, you need to connect your account, right? And then I'm going to the next step. And first is like, what is the event? You can see the many events there, right? I want to trigger when a new row is added or modified in the spreadsheet, right? This is what I wanted. So whenever the new job posting come to the particular Excel, I wanted it to act. So I'm going to click on continue, or you can also specify which particular row, which particular column. You can also go to that level saying that, okay, I don't want this. I want this to trigger only when the specific row, specific column is updated. You can go up to that level. But to keep it simple, I'm keeping it here. I'm going to say continue. I need to connect my Google account. That's easy. You can just say log in and sign in. I've already signed in here. Then I can see, as you can see here, this is a spreadsheet. LinkedIn jobs, for example, and then I'm saying worksheet. We have the first worksheet with all the jobs. I can leave it any column, as I said, or I can customize it to whatever column over there, right? You have position, you have description, you have company, you have company link, you have company description, or I can just leave it to, as I said, any columns. It's up to us. For now, we'll keep it to any column because that's how we're going to update it. So now test, we need to do a test, right? First need to test whether this Excel is connected here. We're doing a testing. That's great. I can see the row one. I can see with all this job requirement, all this post and everything. That's great. Then I will say continue with the selected record. I think basically it goes to B, C after that, but we'll go to the new level. What I want to do next. First, I got my all the job posting from the Excel. Now I want ChatGPT to check my resume and this particular job posting. So I'm opening ChatGPT here, connecting my ChatGPT. And then, yeah, and then I need to choose my account. First, choose an event. So what do we do here? As you see in the Excel, there are so many options available here. So we are going with conversation. What is conversation? I'm going to send a request. It is going to check it and give me a reply back, right? So that's a conversation. You can also do so many things. As I said, for this particular example, we're getting conversation. I'm going to say continue. And then I need to connect my OpenAI account. I've already, as you can see, it is already connected. Continue. So what is the action required here? As I said, what is the prompt? What is the prompt which we required here, right? So we wanted our resume to be scored, right? Comparing with the job ads, we want our resume to be scored. So what we'll do now here is like, I have a prompt already, so I will copy paste the prompt for you guys here. So what does the prompt says? Let's go into the detail of it, right? The prompt says, you're an expert career advisor. I will provide you with my resume and job description, what I want to apply for. Can you check the job match and give a score of from 1 to 10? 10 being the highest, and the result should be just numbers, right? For example, we're giving some examples saying that, okay, if I give a job description, you might only give me the result, saying it is 7 or it is 8 or it is 2. I wanted to only give me the results. So now, for example, here I'm going to say, we need to keep it dynamic, right? Not static like what we saw earlier. So now I'm going to say my resume. So to keep ease of it, I'm just keeping it 5-6 lines, but you can copy paste the entire resume here, right? This is my resume, but I would recommend you to copy paste the entire. And then the job post, right? Now we need the job post to be dynamic, right? And I'm going to say job. So job post, we can see here is the Here's a job description. Where is that? You can see your Excel here. Each column, each row column is here, right? So description is here. I'm going to click on this description one. So it's going to be dynamic here. So it will take each row automatically. So I'm just going to click it, right? If you ask any developer, if they want to do any automation, they're going to take weeks for doing it, right? But here, you already have it. Excel is connected. You're getting the description. It's here. So now the description is done. The job match is done. Let's keep in this level. So now it is like, again, these are models to choose from. I'm keeping 3.5. And then you don't need to change anything here. I think if you know about a temperature and how it works to be creative and all, you can use this. For the basic one, you don't need to do anything. You're just saying, give me the relevant match score. And then you're going to say continue. And you want to test it, right? So if you want to test it, then we're going to say test this step. Right? And you should make sure you get an output. It will be in the result. We asked it to give a result. You can see the reply is 9. The job match is 9. So this one, you need to put it in your Excel, right? So now you know this is 9 and you want to make it dynamic. So now we're going to go to next step and paste in your, put the result into your Excel. Let me know if I'm going fast. I can go slow as well. I'm going to choose the Google Sheet, right? And then we can say, okay, now I need to paste this. Come on. Now we need to create a spreadsheet row because it is going to create in a spreadsheet row, it is going to paste it. You can also say in the same spreadsheet, in the same sheet, 7th column, 8th column, I want the score. You can again go according to that. For now, to keep it easy, I'm just saying created new spreadsheet row. I'll say continue. Again, the same one. Now I can choose, okay, which LN jobs, and this worksheet has, I can say again, I've tried it already. You have sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3. I can show it here. You can see the score. I'll delete it here. I'll delete the scores here. So we're deleting the scores. There's a sheet 1, which has jobs. The other 2 tabs, I think we don't have anything, as you can see. So we are going here again. And then we're saying, okay, in this score sheet, what is the tab name, right? The tab name is score, you can see. And then you can see this particular is the title score, which is coming from this particular. This is the header row, right? This is coming from here. If I have something else here, it will also pick that, and then you can choose where you want the score, right? So here I'm saying that I need the score here. So where is this score? It is from the ChatGPT output. So ChatGPT, I need to go and choose the reply from this. This is my reply, right? I'll choose the reply. Guys, first time when you set up, it's going to take some time. The moment you set up, you've done, that's it, you're done for all. After that, it's going to automate it to you, right? So I want to say continue, and then I want to test this one. So it's like ID2, row 2, the score is 9, which means you got the score 9 here automatically, right? It is pulled from there and you got a score, this 9, you got it here automatically, as I said, right? So now I've got this one. So what do I do next, right? So whenever I have a new job description, it's going to have it here automatically. So for example, now we have the second row, right? For example, you have a second row, new job post, which has come in. So once you publish, within a minute, you're going to get this one. We're also going to test that one. So we did one. And then, for example, now we need, the moment we do a cover letter, we come back, we should have the second row score. So now, okay, this is all fine. I also need a cover letter. So what should I use? I'll use my ChatGPT. Cover letter customized on the job description, not single cover letter for all the job posts, which we do usually. We're going to have customized cover letter for each and every job post. So obviously chat, and what we need here, the same conversation, right? So this conversation, which means that I'm going to ask a question, is going to reply me with the answer. And basically I've connected my ChatGPT account already. So in the action tab, I need to give a prompt, right? Saying that, okay, what you want here, we want ChatGPT to write a cover letter for us, right? So I'll keep it simple. The prompt should be a description, but when I send you, I'll send you the description one, a detailed one. So here, basically what we wanted is like, you are an expert career advisor. I will provide you with my resume and job description. I wanted you to write a cover letter for my job post. And then you can also go on, say that what is your name and things like that. So you get the full cover letter, but I am not giving the name here, right? Just to start with. So now I'm saying, there is my resume. The same step we did in ChatGPT, if you remember, right? So yeah, and then here is your resume, and then I'm going to copy paste for simple, as I said, a simple resume, but I recommend you to copy paste the entire resume. And then I'm going to give a job description. So this job description, I wanted it to be dynamic. So where is the job description? If I go to the sheet, I have it here, right? And then here, for example, I would also require the company name so that it can also write some customized information, right? Another cool thing, if you're using ChatGPT 4.0 API, the latest one, forget of the description, you can just directly give the job link. It can go to the job link and read each and everything. You don't need to give one by one. The AI, as we speak, it is improving every week, every month. So earlier we used to do description, now ChatGPT 4.0 can read. If you just give the link, it can read everything for you. So since we are using an older model, I'm giving the description, and then I can also give the company description that is available from my post, or the company details or company links as well, right? So and then I'm saying, comma, company, and then I'm giving company information, and then company. It can't read the link 3.5 can't read the link. For the fun of it, I'm just giving these both, right? And then which means now I need ChatGPT to go through my resume and the job description and give me a cover letter. As I said, we're not going to change this max length, temperature, and for now you don't need to change it. But if you're creative, you already know about these things, you can change it. It's just nothing but how creative you want it to be, right? So now we need to test it. Okay, you have a job description, you got a job description. Here you have a resume. So you want to test this step, right? So I'm going to say test. And then see whether I'm getting the customized cover letter, right? In the response. You can see the data out, data in which you gave. These are the data. And if I'm going to see the reply, say based on your resume and this one, this is the cover letter. It's saying, as I said, if I give the name, everything, it'll write the cover letter for me. But yeah, if the hiring manager name is there, it'll also bring up the name. See, it took the company details automatically. And then it says, dear hiring manager. It has already customized it for you and also telling that you already have experience with this. This is how you want it. For people who don't like such a long cover letter, you wanted to have only two paragraphs or 3 paragraphs, then you know what to do, right? You go into this action, and then here you're going to say, cover letter of the job description, and you're going to say here, cover letter should be only, let's say 20 lines or 3 paragraphs. It's left to you. You can customize it for your needs, as I said. And then we can go again and test it again, right? So quick time check. Yeah, I need to also check. Okay, so now you have the customized cover letter, right? Let's take the second one right now. So I'm going to say publish it. I think I can still do another step. Wait, I think you can still do another step, but based on time, we'll also go to this sheet now. We saw the score. And then we are going to the cover letter now. I think it's going to take a time before it pastes cover letter here. Is my thing working? Okay. Transfer this data. Let us transfer. Sorry guys, my Chrome is not working great here in this Mac. It's very slow today, yeah. So basically what you're going to get is like you're going to get the cover letter. Maybe I can open some of the examples I already have for you guys. By them open. So the Zap which we created, you don't need to even go to the Excel and check every time, right? So you're saying you have the score, have the cover letter. Should I again open the Excel and test it every time? No. You can add another step in the Zap which you created saying that, okay, whenever my score is above 9, trigger me an email, which means that whenever you have a job post and you check this particular, what is this, match score, if the match score is more than 8, send me an email to my Gmail account along with the customized cover letter. So where we went is like from manual job search, searching it, compare resume. From there, you're not even going to the job post. You're not even going to your LinkedIn, right? You're not even going to your LinkedIn and searching job by job. It's going to take your resume, compare to the job. The score is high. It's going to rewrite the cover, write the cover letter for you, and also going to send an email for you, right? For example, quickly just adding an email step for you guys. I think looking at the time, I think I'm just saying that, okay. There are many trigger points here, as you can see, right? You have 7,000 plus apps where you can connect from, right? But again, the basic version at least give these basic things are free, as you can see. But if I want an email, as I said, it is email, right? This is more than enough. This is a free one. Email my Zapier, right? So I'm going to tell it which event, when I want send outbound event, and then continue. And this is where you're going to say, okay, to who, and then what should be a subject line. Once again, this subject line can be also be brought dynamically from your job post. Let's say I don't know job. I just want maybe subject can be maybe company name, for example, right? I can say yeah. Example, and then I can say what I want in my body, right? I want a ChatGPT response. I can first add some static data like hi, and then I can bring the ChatGPT response, which is like my score, and then from my score for ChatGPT, I can bring my cover letter. So this is the reply. You can see here reply, right? And they can say, again, You don't need to keep it. You can say score, and then cover letter. And I'm going to give us. And then as you can see, you can customize everything, and I can do continue. And then, as I said, in between, you can add a step as well, saying that not every score should be sent. It's only based on my score. So now I have my score ready for it. I also have a cover letter. I can also say test this one. So as I said, my Chrome is not responding today, but that's okay. Now you have this one, and you can also publish this. So we went from a manual job search to an automated one where only a job search matches, right? In the interest of time, I'll kind of pause here, and if you have any questions, I'll take that one.
Okay, everyone, the floor is open for the questions. Please feel free to ask. Karthik, there are some of the questions in the chat box.
Yeah, let me check. Yeah. It's just saying how are you using Zapier. That Zapier is through web, right? It's a free tool. You have a free account to do those things, but if you want to do really dynamic stuff, you also have a paid version. But you need at least you need to connect your ChatGPT to use this functionality, as I showed you. How was the Google Sheet filled? As I said, this particular AI, which we saw today in my Google Sheet, that is Bardeen, that's not working, but I'll send you the step in PPT, so you'll see that. So that's just screen scrapping the job post and sending it to you. We're not able to do the step, but I will, yeah, send it to you. How did you store this generator cover letter? The generator cover letter is stored in Excel, in the Google Docs Excel, right? So whatever reply you get from the ChatGPT, you save it in Excel. I think I'll send you this PPT for you guys. I'll send it to Raki. Raki will share it with you guys. Yeah, the same steps which you saw, along with the tool name and then some prompts. If no other questions, Raki, back to you, Raki.
All right. Thank you, Karthik. It was a great session with the tools you have shared. And I'm sure each one of us have gained a lot of information and we will be utilizing for the job search. And thank you so much, everyone, for your participation. And it was a great session to have you all in this. Thank you. Thank you, Karthik.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great weekend.
We can't hear you.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Have a great day. Bye.
Thank you.